Hi, I'm Dr. Connie Stapleton, your friendly, fair, and firm psychologist. I'm going to be spending the next 10 minutes talking with you about communicating clearly. If you're wondering if this video about clear communication was accidentally inserted into this program about weight loss, let me assure you that this topic is included in this program for many good reasons. Having worked with people in therapy for the last 25 years, I've realized that communication is the easiest, hardest thing we do. It's easy because most of us talk a lot throughout the day. Speaking is something that comes easily for most of us. However, healthy, clear, direct communication is something that we seem to struggle with as a culture. Many people beat around the bush rather than saying what they really think or feel for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes people say it's because they don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings or they want to fit in with their group. So they say what they think other people want to hear. A lot of people tell me they keep their thoughts and feelings to themselves because they don't like confrontation. What I think about this is that the truth with that is most people don't want to experience their own discomfort when speaking up. In addition, most of us have learned some less than healthy communication skills over our lifetime. We talk sarcastically, we respond to one another passively, aggressively, or passive-aggressively, especially if we feel hurt by something someone says to us. If you struggle with weight, you may have heard some comments from loved ones, even if they have good intentions, but what they say to you still hurts. For example, maybe they say, "I know you said you were cutting back on junk food, but I've noticed you've been eating quite a lot of chips lately. I'm concerned." Well, you may feel guilty or ashamed, and so you respond in an unhealthy way. "It's none of your business what I eat, so back off." A more healthy and honest response may have been, "I know I have, and I feel guilty about it." You could even go so far as to say, "I appreciate the kind way you brought that to my attention." See what I mean? Communication is the easiest, hardest thing we do. We tend to react from our emotions rather than process our emotions and our thoughts before we respond. It's easy to find words. It's hard not to let our emotions dictate the way we present our thoughts and the kinds of words that we use. Maybe a family member or a friend approaches you in a rude or sarcastic way and says, yeah, I can see you're sticking real well to that diet. Those chips and cookies, they're calorie-free, I'm sure." Again, you could respond out of your hurt feelings in an equally sarcastic way, or you could share your thoughts and feelings in a healthy but assertive way. You could say, "It's really hurtful when you're sarcastic. I know I haven't been sticking to my food plan, and I'm upset with myself. If you want to point that out to me, I'd appreciate if you could do so more kindly." The basis of healthy communication in any situation is to share your thoughts, your feelings, and your observations in a thoughtful way, without expecting that other people are necessarily going to agree with you, do what you ask of them, or see things in the same way that you do. I'm going to give you 3 components to get your message across to others in as healthy a way as possible, and then I'll give you some examples. So the first part is when, then you fill in the blank. I feel or I felt blank because blank. I guess it's 4 components, isn't it? I would appreciate blank. So when I feel or felt because, and I would appreciate. All right, so let's go through this line by line. When blank, you want to describe what happened. when you brought something into the house that was unhealthy, when, you screamed at me, when you shut the TV off and I was watching that program. I feel or felt. This is tricky, okay? Here you have to use a feeling word. Feeling words are like mad, sad, glad, scared, happy, disappointed, frightened. Don't use the word like here, because then you're no longer focusing on your feelings, but you're switching to your thoughts. So if you say, I feel like, so you have to use a feeling word. I feel emotion word. Okay. The next part is because, and then blank. Here you want to say your reasons without blaming. This gets so difficult, right? Because I then had to take the garbage out. You said you were going to. Or I felt sad because it's hard for me to hear when you're yelling. I would appreciate, and then you state what you would like in that situation. But remember that the other person is not obliged to do what you ask of them. Let me give you some examples, all right? Honey, when you bring candy into the house and leave it where I can see it, I feel frustrated because I have asked you to put it somewhere out of my view. I would appreciate if you could take it and place it somewhere convenient for you, but out of sight for me. Here's another example. Kids, when you reminded me not to buy ice cream at the grocery store, I felt really happy. I feel grateful that you're helping me in my weight loss journey. To the people at work, and you can rearrange these, just get the pieces in, all right? So you might say to the people at work, I'm happy that you asked me to join you for lunch today. However, I'm going to pass and maybe I'll make it next time. Going to a buffet is too tempting for me and I'm really dedicated to my healthy lifestyle. I'll join you next time. Communication. The hardest, easiest thing we do. Look up on the internet information about healthy communication, as well as barriers to healthy communication. We could spend a whole month on this topic. Give yourself and your loved ones a gift and make direct, honest, assertive communication the norm in your life. Thanks for listening in. Until next time, I'm Dr. Connie Stapleton. Keep in mind, your health is your responsibility, this day and every day.